What's up everybody, Jason Page here, and in this light painting tutorial I'm going to show you how to write with light. The tools that I'm going to be using are the blue translucent light writer from Light Painting Brushes, and then also the orange color filter and hood. I'm simply going to use the orange color filter and hood just to add a little light into the scene to illuminate this log that the word that I will be writing out will be sitting on. The main tool that I'll be using is the blue translucent light writer. This is what I'm going to use to actually write out the word with light. Trickiest part about light writing is that you need to write backwards. So instead of going from right to left, you're going to go left to right. So for instance, the word that I'm going to be writing out is magic. So the word is going to be like this. It's going to go M-A-G-I-C. Between each letter, I'm going to turn the light on and off so that there isn't a streak going from each letter. I'm going to actually, physically turn the light on and off. The light that I'm using for this is just the Coast G26 flashlight, attached always with all the light painting brushes to the universal connector. Sometimes writing in light can be very difficult. To get the letters lined up perfectly, to get them right in a line, to get them evenly spaced and things like that. The trick to that for me is using my body as a guide. If I'm going to write the word magic right across here and I want to get it lined up straight, what I'm going to do is bring the lower part of the letter down to my chest, and then the upper part of the letter is going to be at my head height. If you want to make your life a lot easier, don't write in space like this. I mean, sometimes you have to, but if you can avoid it, avoid it. Use something like a table or the ground or some kind of flat surface. Today, I'm going to use this log. So at the same time that I'm using the log for the bottom of the letters, I'm going to use my body still as a reference for where the top of the letter should be so that I can kind of get the letters pretty equally sized across the log. So for instance, what I'm going to do is, again, starting with the light off, put it down on the log where I want to start, and I'm going to write, turn it on, come up to where my head is, even though I'm bent over. So I'm kind of bent over to start, but I'm going to stay bent over so I know to bring the top of the letter up to my head height. So I'm going to go like this. It's going to go M, A, starting for the G up top, G, I, C. So as you can see, each time I use the bottom of the log for the bottom of the letter, and then try to keep it about right here at eye level for the top of the letter, so that way those letters will all be about the same size and hopefully equally spaced apart. The settings that we're going to be using for this are ISO 100, f5.6, shooting in bulb mode. Now, if your camera doesn't do bulb mode, you can do this on any camera. You can even do this on a cell phone with a long exposure app or something like that. But you need to be able to do a long exposure. We're out here where it's plenty dark. We don't have any problems with ambient light overexposing the scene. There's very little moonlight out here. Once you turn this light off, it's pretty much pitch black out here. So I can leave this exposure going. That's why I'm going to shoot in bulb mode. I can leave this exposure going as long as I need to. I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights off now and actually run through an exposure real quick. After doing the light writing with the light writer here, with the translucent light writer, I'm going to actually take this off and just shine the bare light at the camera to get some lens flares in there. It's just going to add a little bit of extra to this image. Again, this is just a very basic version of light writing. There are a million different things you can do. You can light write with all kinds of different tools. If you want to use the light painting brushes, you can do this with the plexiglass, with the bottles, with the fiber optic. Anything that illuminates, you can write with. You can literally use your own cell phone to write with light. I'm going to go ahead and kill these lights and run through an exposure. So here we go. Go ahead. Starting with the M, again using the log as the bottom of my letter. M, A, E. I'm going to give a little lens flare. Just hold that there to get some flare on that eye, the top of the eye. And then a C. Now just taking off the translucent light writer, shining the light directly at the camera, just to get some lens flares. If you shine directly at your lens, that's how you get the best lens flares. couple more, add in a little extra here. Again. Alright, now I'm just coming in with the color filter and just going to add a little light into the scene. Just going to illuminate the log here. I like this orange and yellow. I think these two colors go really well together. Anytime there's wood or trees or anything like that, the orange really works well with them. And the other thing I'm doing is, you never want to light from directly behind the camera. I always like to come in at an angle. It gives much better shadows. If you light directly from behind your camera, your images will look flat. If you go from the side at an angle, you get a really nice, you get nice shadows and things like that. All right, so that's it. Stop the exposure, and we will see what we got. And that is it right there.